Hey crafters, welcome to another upcycle project video. I do love me some upcycling because hey, who doesn't love taking something that maybe you got very inexpensively or even better for free and changing it into something that maybe you can wear, maybe a lot. I have definitely had fun wearing my recent upcycle projects. They've been super comfy and very cozy, and I'm always on the hunt for more items that I can refashion, upcycle to make them a little more unique and still want to make them very wearable. So today's two upcycle candidates are, one is a sweater that I got for free from a neighbor. Person was giving away some stuff outside their house, so big thanks to the folks who are giving stuff away that they don't need these days. How cool is that? Then, you know, some of the rest of us can use them. Thank you. Another item is a denim shirt that my sister actually has given me. I may have actually bought this for her a long time ago. I can't remember, but I'm gonna say I got it for free because I haven't paid for it anytime soon. So we've got a sweater and a denim shirt, and we're gonna see if we can't make these a little more, well, special, adorable, wearable, unique. Let's dive in and let's find out. Here we go. Well, here is our subject for tie-dyeing today. I love this sweater, got it for free. It is a beautiful wool sweater, but it is also a terrible color on me. So you know what that means? That means we gotta try dyeing it. And you can tell I got one of my favorite colors up there. I got cherry red RIT dye and some color fixative, which is gonna be on my last step to try to get that dye to stay nicely. And my goal with this is to really loosely bunch up the sweater with those giant rubber bands. Just, you know, super loose, just kind of wad up the fabric, tying pattern, and get it in the dye. I don't want a distinct, you know, dye pattern on this. I'd rather have kind of a mottled color wash. I'm hoping that cooler tone red will help to cancel out a little bit of the yellowish orangishness in the sweater and maybe just turn it into more of like a darker red brown. That's my hope. We shall see. This sweater is wool, so I'm going to need to be careful and not use super hot water. I'm probably going to just be using warm for this. I hope it will still be okay. The directions on the RIT bottle also suggest some additives depending on the type of fabric you're using. I believe they also suggest using some vinegar if you're doing wool. So I'm going to try adding a little bit of that just to see if it helps. And yeah, let's get over to the sink and let's check out the supplies and get dyeing. I'm going kind of fast today because we do a lot of tie-dye videos around here, but you know, if you need a little more info and a little more step-by-step, check out one of my early videos, like the one where I show you how to tie-dye in an apartment. That one goes a little slower and just, you know, walks you through all the steps. But right now, we're just going to head to the kitchen and dive right in. Well, I'm really excited about this piece. This is an Eddie Bauer shirt. It's a women's size medium. On me, it's got a really great boxy fit. I love the length. It covers my butt so I can wear it with yoga pants and such. And the denim feels really nicely kind of worn in. It's super soft. And it's a great shirt. So I don't really want to mess with it too much. I love the simplicity of it as is, but I'm thinking, hey, why not do a little bit of embroidery? Now, I've been seeing some really fun tutorials out there. I'll try to link to some of my favorites. And I am not skilled in embroidery myself, but I love seeing it when other people do it. And I was thinking maybe, just maybe, we could keep things simple enough that I could add a little bit of detailing to this shirt, but not kind of detract from its just overall look. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here is what I'm thinking. What if I use maybe a bunch of different thread colors? Not exactly sure all of which ones I want to use. Use a bunch of different colors and just sew lines. So maybe like a line on the patch, maybe like across one of the existing seams or right next to it. Or I could do like a line going down the button placket line, or oh, actually right along the shoulder could be nice. I could even do like a little outline of the collar. I think that could be really cute because it'll add a little like, pop of color, but not just an accent in one place that will just catch attention. Hopefully I could get it kind of across the front of the garment in just different locations. I don't know. Hey, and it might also use the only stitch I actually know how to do, which is a back stitch. So, yeah, let's keep it simple, right? Hey, I'll show you what I'm thinking of with this stitch, but I'll also try to link you to a tutorial so you could even see it maybe more up close. I'm going to be using my peachy pink today, and I got a big old needle with a whole big old eye there. Sometimes I have a hard time threading the embroidery floss through the needle holes. Sometimes I'll use a little fray check on the edge just to help me with that. But let's get these out of here. Okay, so I think I am gonna start on the pocket. Now I've got a good old length of thread here. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm gonna need. And a big old knot. I'm using all the strands in the embroidery floss for right now. Okay, so I want to start my stitching on the underside of my pocket. Okay, so I'm going to do like a little stitch on the back. Try not to let it show through. Okay, now let's try to let you be able to see this a little better. So I could just pull my thread and have my knot secured against the fabric, but I'm always paranoid that that knot's going to get pulled right through and then my stitching would start getting undone. So I like to catch my knot whenever I can. I think I'm just going to like kind of split the embroidery floss into some fibers. Yeah, there we go. What if we just take our needle and go right through that? Hey, now I kind of have my knot trapped in its own thread. Cool. The knot can't really pull through all the way. I'm sure there are a lot of different ways to do that, but that's just what I'm going to do for right now. Okay, so now I'm going to start. Oof. Sorry, guys. Kick the tripod. Okay, let's start stitching. Make sure this is starting where I want it to be. Okay. Okay, looks good. We are ready to start. Whew. Okay, so my understanding of the back stitch is that you take a little stitch and then you bring your needle up about the same amount of space ahead as the stitch you're going to create. Okay, so I've got a little stitch and a little gap. So then I'm gonna go back, make a stitch, and go forward about the same amount again. So for every stitch I stitch forward, I'm gonna go back one. Maybe that's why they call it the back stitch. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Gonna try to make these as even as possible, but no guarantees, guys. Sorry. All right. Hey, and then it kind of makes a line. That's cool. There are definitely a lot of embroidery techniques I want to try, and just some really fun videos and ideas out there with people doing cool stuff. They're really awesome. I do like this stitch though, just because it's kind of soothing to do. It, you know, it's pretty chill, and especially if you have a straight line to follow, like these seams I'm following. It's, I don't know, I find it weirdly calming. And that's the kind of project I need today. So yeah, complicated isn't always the best way. I know, shocker. Especially coming from me. And I'm just telling myself I'm gonna be okay with some imperfections. Like it's supposed to look homemade. It's supposed to look kind of boho. Perfect isn't a requirement for this particular project. Always good to have a few of those projects, right? Got a lot of times when we need perfect. But you know, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. All right, well, I'm just gonna stick my needle right here. All right, there she is. I'm gonna keep stitching. You can tell it's actually going relatively quickly. Like, you know, just did that in a couple moments. So I think I'm gonna go all the way across and stitch it. And then, of course, I'll finish on the back so that my knot doesn't show. I'll try to catch my threads again in kind of a similar manner. Make sure they're not gonna get pulled out. And then I'll play with some other colors. I'm actually really liking the idea of like a shoulder detail. I might do the collar. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what colors I want to use. So I think I'm just going to stitch this one. And then maybe I'll do like the opposite shoulder in like a pink or a peach. And then I could bring in, I do like the blue, but it's not going to show up very much. So maybe I should do more, do like a brown up there. Could do a green. Another green. I don't know. Maybe just kind of try to balance it a little bit. I do have a few more colors. So it is kind of a grayish afternoon, so I think I'm going to turn on some YouTube videos and just hunker down and do some stitching. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done.